Holy cannoli.
Get your cable set, rig your hoist, and bring that mammoth to the hole! Faster, faster, faster! We can't wait all night!
This joke's on you, Riddler.
When's a donkey spelled with one letter? When it's you!
A Trojan mammoth?
Get them, boys. Get them, or it's curtains!
Back, Batman, back!
If this gas ignites, it'll blow you to kingdom come, you venal viper.
Get them, boys, or it's curtains! Let's go. Hello, everyone. I'm Lorenzo. This is Marcus, aka Circumstances. Easy for me to say. Circumspect. I could go on and on, but it won't get any better. So every week we do this live stream, and it's sponsored, as you all know, y'all who are here every week, by the Alternative City Shop.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that I call CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And soon coming to that list of things will be personal, I should say, one-of-a-kind covers of mainstream comics. Like I donated to the 3C event, which I think was a success. Was it not this weekend?
It was a success. Have you hooked up with Damien? Damien was the one that bought your sketch. Do you have the sketch to show everybody by chance?
I do, but let me cut away for a second, and we'll have to go grab it. So please bear with me.
All right. In the meantime, I will shout out the chat. We've got, oh, excuse me, I'm losing my voice already. We've got the lovely Miss Janet in here. Hello, Janet. Always good to see you. We've got Trev, the shipping guru, also known as Trev, the shitting guru, in the house. Good to see you, my guy. We've got Rude in the house. I'm sure you'll get your cue here when he gets back. We got Peter Regatta in the house. What's up, Peter? Good to see you, my guy. James Lang in the house. And then we got Larry Love. What up, Larry? Always good to see the homies every week. And we get some reviews. We have the penultimate book. We have the game of guessing what it will be if anybody wants to play. But yes, so Lorenzo was late, but he did come in and he hit me up and he said, "Hey, I got this sketch cover," and it was a bang, dude. It was really good, man. It was really good. And it auctioned on the big show on Sunday. And it actually sold to Sleepy Reader. So I don't think I need to send you his shipping information, do I?
Yes, luckily I have Sleepy's info.
Yeah. So Damien donated to the American Cancer Society in order to obtain this sketch cover, which I thought was very cool.
This is the Indestructible Hulk #1, which I purchased a while back. I think this is like 19 or 2008, whatever.
I think it looks so good. I thought you colored it so. I mean, obviously the drawing is great, but you colored it so well, man. I love it. I really, really love it.
Well, thank you, son. Yeah,
thank you for doing that.
The 2020. Oh no, I was glad to be able to do it. It was a really crazy week for me.
So
yeah, so I was
curing cancer was a smashing success. They raised over $50,000 for the American Cancer Society.
That's awesome.
And DJ Lynx was on Reggie Collects tonight talking about it, so that was very cool of Reggie. Reggie's been very cool about promoting this thing. and putting it on his platform. And I think that's something that we need to see some more of the bigger channels do, is put this thing on their platforms going forward, because this thing is legitimate, man. 10,000 the first year, 25,000 in the second year, and 51,000 really the third year. So this thing is legitimate. You know, you can't deny this thing now. So it's time to get on board if you haven't been already.
That's awesome. So I'm going to be getting that out to Damien, a.k.a. Sleepy, very soon. Thank you guys so much.
Jealous.
Hey,
I didn't know about it. I blew my load on the first day. I had no money after the first day. I seriously blew my load on the first day.
Good man. That's what she said. All right. So also, I'm sending you my comic, son, as an appreciation for doing this show with me for this almost 2 years. Our anniversary is coming up in February. This twig, which I'm also going to get out to you, number one. So I've got that coming out to you too.
I'm really excited. This is another one. I love the way you colored that one as well, man. You're a great colorer.
Oh, bless your heart. So those will be going out very soon to both of you gentlemen, and I appreciate it. And I'll be working hard to get some more on the website, and it's fun. I'm glad I've been putting off doing all that coloring and stuff, but it's fun.
You could absolutely sell those on the site, man. Absolutely, no question about it, man.
yeah, I hope so. But I appreciate all the love.
If you don't know what Trev is talking about, check out my Instagram page. There's a couple of videos with some dude named Pimp, a pimp named Slaughter. He took over my page and did a couple of videos. And if you watch those videos on Instagram on my page, you'll see what Trev is talking about.
Oh, wow. Well, then, all right. I'll have to check that out.
Have you read KTC yet?
Which one?
Something's Killing the Children Today.
Just came out? Yet. Not just yet. Yeah. Is it a banger?
Man, I was on after I bought that slab on the Friday stream for Comics Curing Cancer on Legion of Comics. I actually jumped on the stream and was talking to him, and Justin Birch was on the stream as well, who's a letterer, and he had seen Something's Children 34, and he told me that the last page made his jaw drop, and I was like, oh! And so I knew when I read this that the last page is going to be a banger, and it did not.
Oh, see, I can hardly wait. Can't hardly wait for that.
I love this book.
I didn't get to read a lot of books last week, but that's going to be the next thing I read for sure. Wow.
I'm slamming through them. I'm working on Iron Man right now. I'm slamming through them. Like I got my zest for reading back. I've really been enjoying it.
That's good. That's good. You caught up on some books that I need to catch up on, like House of Slaughter. So, man, I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Doing a good job.
And that one's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I'm interested.
Yeah. Aren't you glad you didn't cancel it? You were about to cancel it, weren't you?
No, I'll never cancel Something's Killing the Children or any of the titles. I'm just a sucker for all of that. But a lot of people are not big fans of it. And I think I'm going to have to read it again. Because I feel like there's things that I'm missing, like especially this last arc that they did, 10 to 15. I feel like there was like stuff I missed. Like I need to do it again and just get a better feel. I mean, I understood the story, but I felt like there was intricacies I was missing. I need to do it again.
Yeah. That's. I mean, you binge like that, the way you can catch up and it all makes sense because it's fresh in your mind,
Janet, I agree. We didn't get to see that twig cover very long. You're kind of stingy with that one.
I don't want to. I'm not one to brag.
You're kind of. I ain't one to gossip. So you ain't heard that from me.
That's right. All right, one more time for the twig cover.
Yeah,
doesn't like it for some reason. There we go. Getting the normal light. So
anybody who knows how CBCS works, could I get that thing graded to CBCS somehow?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, probably. Works. I mean, since they don't know who the hell I am, they probably just say like, twig number one with, sketch on cover or something like that.
No, I needed to say Lorenzo Ross. I need that. I need everybody to know my daddy did it.
Bless your heart. It's kind of you to say that, Rude. Man, you are the best. Man, You are the best, my
And
friend.
we didn't get it. Did we get his music? I don't think we got it. What's up, Jose?
Hey, Jose's here. What's happening, Jose?
Hooked on
And-
Juno.
and Juno.
jumped in here earlier. He loved the trouble.
And my guy,
Uh-oh.
Jack Rudo, Staple Spine. This is your wheelhouse right here. This is like he's at his birthday and Halloween's coming up.
Man,
Woo! It's like Christmas.
this is the time of year. I'm so happy for you, bro. I'm happy for myself. I have the entire week next week.
Oh man, lucky you. That's my other comics son, Scotty. What's up, Scotty?
I'm hoping to create some content. Oh, that's awesome, Trev. That is awesome. Yeah, Izzy's a great artist. I didn't know that about him for a long time in the beginning.
Really? It's so many of us in the community draw, that's like one of our, gateway drugs, I guess, is we drew and we love watching other people's art, or looking at other people's art, I should say. Yeah, Roscoe for sure.
I love his style. He has a very distinct style, and I love it. It's so cool.
Wow. Yeah. Man, so that's good times, man. And totally comics unrelated, why it's been so crazy busy. I hung out. I did a lot of stuff this weekend, like out of the house. So I didn't get a chance to read and everything, Janet and I hung out like Friday for a while. It was good, both of us, to get out of the house together. And Saturday, I was focusing on getting that cover done for Triple C. And then late Saturday night, Janet saw this posting. Oh, look, this guy showing his guns. Janet saw this posting. All right. On the neighborhood page about someone needing a sub for softball. Like, can someone play in a tournament tomorrow? Yeah, I was like, huh? Tomorrow? And it was like 10 p.m. And then, what time is it? 8:30 a.m.
What kind of tournament is this here?
And it's 4 games. It's like, it's you just enter, you just get a team together. You enter in this place in Lacey, which is our sister city, which has a facility like you wouldn't believe. Oh my God. When I got there, it was just like, man, I'm like, walking into the majors. I've never played in a place like that. It's got a home run fence, working scoreboard, all kind of bleachers behind between the dugouts, with like nice dugouts, and turf on the infield, a manicured grass outfield. It's just, everything you could imagine if you want to play ball, man. And I hadn't played in like 7 years since I left Chicago, since we moved here. And I've been looking for a place to play, but I was not expecting it to happen within hours, and let alone play 4 games. So I barely could drive home, after the 4th game. If we had won, we could have played like at least, another game or 2 or 3. So I'm kind of glad we didn't win that last game, because we kind of got swept out of the playoffs, and like, I'm ready to go. And I told Janet, it was kind of like being force-fed chocolate cake. It's something that you really love, but enough already. Please stop shoving it down my throat. I'm ready to go right now. So that was the thing.
How did you play? How did you feel about it?
Oh God, I played like ass, but I had a great time. The people were great. And there was like a core of like 4 guys. There was like these 20-something studs who were like just banging it out, and they carried us all the way in every game. We're just like hitting like weak grounders or maybe a single.
You were playing with young bucks too?
Yeah, it was a co-ed team, but everybody had their stars on the team, and the rest of us just kind of like we're the catcher, or we were the first baseman trying to catch the ball or whatever. Usually on the co-ed teams, the women play catcher, first base, second base, so forth, and maybe an outfield too. But they had plenty of women. They didn't have enough men, so I happened to fill one of those spots, and it was a blast, man. But I could barely move. Afterwards, I had not played. I was not ready, And there was some guys out there in their 60s still playing, balling out too. That gave me hope. Like, just gotta get back in shape. So hopefully I'll be able to get out there again. But hey, Sleepy, speak of a good friend, and there he is, and he's popping in from his drawing class also. Yes,
we were just showing off the sketch you won.
Yeah. So if you ask him on the Facebook neighborhood group post, Lorenzo, that's right. Anytime. It's like the old Shoeless Joe Jackson. Yeah, I love that. So, anyhoozle, that was fun. I recovered from my crazy marathon, and I have a shit ton of comic books today. I think I lost count. It was like 20 something. It was like 24, 5. I don't know. We was counting. And amazingly, not a single Marvel. Not a single Marvel. It was not by design, but it just worked out that way. If I can just find this other deal. Oh, here it is. I take it back.
Hulk. I gotta go.
You got
back
Hulk?
and get Hulk, dude.
It came out last week,
Yeah,
though.
Hulk
I think.
came out. Yeah, I got both weeks today. And
Oh, right. You got yeah. This is the one the only Marvel I got was this is the one I think you might like. This is Avengers, West Coast Avengers. What is it? 45. Yeah, it's an okay shape.
The big one.
Yeah,
that's the biggest West Coast Avengers book. There's 2 big
Is that
books,
right?
and that's the big. The second biggest one is 92. When Rhodey becomes War Machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty big. So this is like $20.
Yeah,
this is
only
like
20.
20. It's not in mint, but it's I would call it fine plus. If I gave I'm going to give it a press. Yeah, I was like, that's why I scooped it up.
I think
really, yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Now is a good time to buy that book because whatever happens going on, Vision is still White Vision.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We have not seen the last of the White Vision in the MCU. At least I hope not.
Yes.
Because he flew off.
This is a nice lull. If you are a specker, this is how you spec: is you wait for the lull because all these books die. And this is one of those books that's dead. And I think I might need to go buy some more. If I wasn't broke, I might go look now.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, you buy these books from the lull, man.
That's how you do it. All right, so with DC, starting with DC, the unstoppable, and lovable, and unbreakable Doom Patrol, number 7 of 7. I've loved this, and I hope it comes to a good conclusion. Tech Comics, Tech number 1,002,000 and number 10,075, 1075. Detective Comics. Stacking this, will someday hope to read them.
I hear it's great. A lot of people rave about Ron V in that book.
I know. I'm reading his other book, the Flavors book from Boom, Superman 7. Need to catch up on this. Like 2 behind on this. Had to pick up my girl, Yara Flor, and also Nubia. They have I don't know if it's a team or something, but they're attacking along with Mary Marvel and some other person down there I can't recognize. Complete cover by. Saw this and thought like, oh yeah, you suckers. I mean, you bastards making me a sucker. I'm the one that's buying the book. Harley Quinn and Sweetie Boo is doing the interior art. It looks really trippy. This like pulp novel cover. I can't turn that down. What's that, Rude? He's been buying small keys. Yeah, I saw one of your keys on one of your Instagram videos. Yeah, now's the time to pick stuff up, man. And Void Rivals. Yeah, the industry is kind of dead, somewhat, but not dying. So it's dormant. I'll put it that way right now. Void Rivals, number 5. This was it? The Walking Dead cover for this one. Thought about getting that one, but this one's cool. What's the furthest place from here? Completely caught up on this, and I'm loving this book because, man, it's so quirky, and it gives you so much for your money, as we talked about before. And also, it's a different character. There's so many characters. Like in the beginning, there was like, how are we going to keep track of all these characters? Well, they've been scattered across this world, and we're seeing what's happening to all of them. And some of them are making out okay, and most of them are they're kind of going through some stuff. But it's very well written. Ice Cream Man. I usually, get the A cover from the store, but they pulled this one for me. And I've already got like 3 covers of this coming from my comic shop tomorrow that I pre-ordered, but that's okay. I love this cover so much. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, you know. It's cover sucker. That's me. Fish Flies. Already read it? I just bought this because I have the error copy already. And this is the non-error copy. It's so tricky to find the error, too. You think it's an entire page, but what it is actually just some panels. It's some balloons within the panels, actually. That's different in this book and in the error page. So I just want to have them both so I can tell the difference. I've got the error book labeled in the collection. Yeah, Phil. Man, it does not get any kind of love like it should. It's such an awesome book. All right. Dracula by our guy, James T. I've got a couple copies of this coming too, but I want to read it right now. And I looked into it. Oh my God, it's that Martin Simmons art is perfect for horror. I wasn't crazy about it in Department of Truth, but with Dracula, I haven't even read it yet, but I looked through it, just thumbed through the pictures, and it's and in the hands of James T. I'm sure it's doing well. Black Hammer, the end. This is the end. I'm going to probably binge this together. I haven't finished the last Black Hammer series yet, so I don't know how long the end's going to go, but I'm here for it because Black Hammer is a great book. Image, I tell you, Image, they are doing so many great things over there. I mean, who was that we were having a conversation about? Some person's channel and on Instagram. They're saying how Image is now the big one. Like, forget the big two. Image is like one of the best producer of comic content out there, in my opinion. There's somebody who might argue with that, and I'm sure they have a valid argument, but line them up. Let's take a look. Paladin of Axis. This book is a $7 book. I want to say a $7 or $8 book, $7.99 maybe. Thick like a trade. You can see like the spine there. So you get a lot of pages here. I bet it's at least a 48-page book for that $8. And they're having, you know, their most famous book stays at $2.99. I know they're losing money on this, but it's like a lost leader for them. And you know, I saw this cover, like, holy shit! I don't think it's Todd's art, but I'm just like, all right, I kind of need that, and it's only $3, so pick it up. We'll see what's going on. The ongoing series. Oh, Circle's internet went down. Looks like. Man down. Is everybody else out there? Hello. This thing on? Yes. Hopefully everybody else is still out there. Yeah, I see you, Scotty. Huh. Which one, Scotty? Which one were we talking about there? Are they losing money? Oh, okay. Blackout Bombshell, number 2. This from the mighty Sumerian Comics. First issue was about this. I should say the whole series is about this detective and he's kind of a sociopath actually. So I'm kind of curious about what's going to happen with this. We're here. Thank you, honey. Good to see you. Not just screaming out into the void. Is there anybody out there? Monomyth comes to an end. I think this is the final issue of that. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I see what you're saying, Scott. Yeah, they do, but you know, they don't have those deep Disney and Warner Brothers pockets. So but those of us in the industry who know about it, you know, yeah, same with Dark Horse. Yeah, Dark Horse. That's let's see, Images, I think, is in California. Dark Horse is in Portland. So it doesn't make any difference, but it's just random thoughts my mind takes me sometimes. All right, next one. The Plot Holes, which is great. The last issue, they focus on the vampire lady from the romance novel, and they fleshed her out a lot more because she's not just a two-dimensional character, literally. And like where this is going with Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy is kind of a genius. He's kind of a savant. I mean, this guy he does all these covers. He does the interiors, kind of like the guy Simon Kuransky, who was coming up with something epic, a new book that's coming out next week that we'll talk about later. Oh, telephone's ringing. I think it might be my other comic son, Marcus, returning. There he is. Hey, Marcus. Let's see if I can add him here. Go back to the main screen. And he's there. Hey.
Hey, sorry about that. My internet was tripping out, but I'm
That's
back.
okay.
Welcome
back.
Connection.
Oh,
We're good to go. Okay, back to
awesome.
business. Sorry about
all right. No worries at all. Man, that's why we're a team, you know. You carry it and I carry it, you know. It's a winning organization. Organizations win championships. That's how that works. Ribbon Queen.
Speaking of championships, vote for Indie Comics and Reviews for Best Review Channel for cbcawards.org. If you haven't got your vote in, definitely get over there and support Lorenzo. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. And the other worthy candidates that are also up there. So, yes, thank you for that, son.
Yeah, but only one candidate for review. Indie Comics and Reviews. You know what to do.
You know what to do. All right. So, the Ribbon Queen. There's a ribbon in the sky. I say that every time this book comes on. Every time I look at this book. Issue number 4 of 8. I love this. This is like people getting cut to ribbons who are very bad people, and I am here for it. Thus the name Ribbon Queen. All right, we're winding down, folks. We're almost down to the bottom of the stack. So please bear with me. All right, the next one. Yay, Marcus is back. Killmore. I read Killmore already. Killmore is it's kind of interesting. There's a character called the Obituary Machine that's in here, and then Lady Face Smash or something like that. There's some pretty crazy characters in there, and they're living on Mars in this community, so it makes it even more crazy.
Yes, Scott, but the difference is that I'm not the host of this show. That's a big difference.
This whole Trish thing. Oh, okay. All right.
When we were interviewing Trish Forstner from Stray Dogs on Scotty Vaughn's channel. And he was hosting it. It was his channel, but he had issues, so he got disconnected. So it was just me and Trish for a minute.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah. You did a good job filling in there too, man. This guy is all that, man. You deserve it.
I do what I can.
All that in a dime sack. This guy's awesome. All right, so
speaking of which, I was officially asked to co-host. CBC Awards, so look for a pimp named Slaughter to make an appearance at the awards.
I am damp with anticipation. It'll be awesome. Dark Spaces Dungeon. Just this name alone gets me. The Dark Spaces series has been pretty intense, and this one I imagine will be equally as good as the previous Dark Spaces series. Woo! All right, I'm talking about losing your voice. All right, Giant Robot Hellboy, because why not? Who says I don't give Hellboy some love? Absolutely give Hellboy some love.
That seems like a bit much.
What, a Giant Robot Hellboy?
Yeah, I mean, it seems a bit much.
I know. I hope it's a one shot, but I don't know. It's a 1 of 3. It says 1 of 3 right on the top. So I just got it because I liked, the very idea of a Giant Robot Hellboy, and it was a cool cover. Now this thing
I'm
here.
Tell you, Trev. But Trev, a pimp named Marcus died when I was about 19. When I tried to date 2 girls at once, and I realized that I wasn't built for that life. So he died on that day. But a pimp named Slaughter lived on.
Yeah. See, we always think we're so clever that, they'll never know that I'm seeing 2 different women at a time. What a clever fellow am I. No, that's good too, because most of them, like I said, the majority of those guys are just complete assholes. But you're not a bad guy at all. No, Stuff of Nightmares. I bought the first issue of the first series, I wasn't blown away by it. It seemed, even though the Stein, the author, is very renowned and has a great following. I'm sure he was a great writer, but I just kind of thought it was kind of pedestrian. And I bought a few covers for that book, and I was like, yeah, I got a lot of anthologies that I really like a lot, so it just wasn't for me. Yeah, was it you? Was it you that was talking to give me shit about Hellboy? Well, that was it was definitely for you, Jose. This is all for you. And this thing, Bitmap. I don't know if it's gonna make the camera go crazy or not. Bitmap. It comes with, I think, 3 very different covers, and you'll never know until you buy them and open them up. So I haven't even cracked mine open yet. So there you have it. Some Titan comics.
That's weird. I haven't heard that.
It is. It's like a candy bar. It looks like it's all shiny. Look at this. So it's got to come out. It's got at some point. I'm going to take it out and bag it up and see what kind of cover I got. Hopefully it's nice.
Did you see Swaggle? Do you watch the Swaggle Hoss channel at all? He had, what was the guy's name? It was the writer of that book, Isom. You know
that guy, Eric July, I want to say.
Yeah,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Swaggle Hoss had him on, and he posted a video where they were talking about whether or not these gimmicks that we're seeing from the 90s kind of proliferate now. If the same thing is going to happen, are we going to see a big crash? I thought it was an interesting conversation, but what also was interesting was the people in the comments who are not fans of Eric July. Apparently he's some political person. I don't know anything about him. I saw he was on Blaze TV, which is Glenn Beck's thing, so I'm assuming he's a right winger.
There you go.
The comments were not nice. I thought he was interesting. I mean, what they were talking about, I thought it was interesting. I don't know that I agreed with them. I think I did agree with them, but it was definitely interesting to think about, because it is something that I worry about, is this hobby going into the future, especially as I see all of us being 40 plus. I worry about whether or not there's a space for it. And they were basically saying that there's not a space of it, that we're not going to see this single issue thing going in the future. You won't see single floppy disks sell like we do it. And they made the point of, if you go into a comic shop, it is all 40-plus-year-old men, man. I mean, you see some younger people, but those younger people are typically with the old people, I worry about that.
All the young people are playing fucking video games all day long. They never leave. They just stick in a catheter and put on the NASA diaper and just play the fucking games all day long and shit like that.
I did both.
I know, but they don't have the nostalgia that we have for these books, and I think they're right. Another channel that was talking about that was I think just yesterday was Chris on Journos, and he was. I don't know where he gets his information from, but it totally made sense in the video. Like, I was thinking about that, a while back. Like, I don't know if this floppy thing is going to be sustainable. I think
I don't think
if it came out, it's just going forward, because at some point, the big two are both run by these mega corporations who, like, what are you making for me? Why am I doing this? Where's my money? They don't give a shit about the art and the tradition and the nostalgia and all that. All they look at it as a bottom line. And Chris was suggesting that maybe they would license it out to other publishers, license their titles to other publishers, and they would come out with these trades and graphic novels and things like that, and maybe omnibuses and things that are more price heavy and with bigger margins perhaps, because these people focus mainly on publishing, whereas Marvel and DC, their thing is mostly film, right? I mean, film and film products and shit like that. So I don't think they will ever go away, because not until the last one of us is gone. Hopefully it's a long, long time.
Floppies? I think floppies will go away in our life.
New floppies. I mean, new floppies will go away. But I don't think the old ones, the ones that are here that are valuable and have some sort of relevance.
No, I don't think those will die. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but the production will cease.
The big boy books will stay the big boy books.
Yeah, Yeah, and Cap and Batman and Superman and FF will always be around in some form or another. So, but I think that's whenever that shift changes, whenever that shift that change happens and that shift is made to the graphic novels and the trades, and that's when I think indies will flourish the most. I want to say because
I think, yeah.
It's
I think there's a much better chance of surviving if we do go that direction to the graphic novel trade format where you're paying more, but you're getting more of the story.
Yeah,
that is where we're gonna have to go. And Scotty says he refused to buy digital comics, but I think at some point, are you gonna buy comics or not? I think it's gonna be that.
I think the only choices at some point will be digital or the trades. The floppies will probably cease to be made. Yeah. You still have the old ones, and hopefully they'll make them even go up more in value now because they're not making any more of them. If they're not making any more of something, that makes them more vaable. Then that's just like 1 million of them. So the collectible ability will still be there. Not all of them. Not all of them. but many of them will still, the ones that you like and that hold their value now will still hold their value. So I hope that is the case. So, yeah, we talked about Rumpus Room a couple of weeks ago. So this is number 2 of that. I think it came out this week, maybe last week, but I just saw number 2.
I'm going to get the trade for that one. I missed out, so I'm just going to get the trade.
Yeah, yes. I wish everything would be at some point a trade. Winding down here, Alice Ever After, number 4. I'm just going to read all these at once. I think I've not read number 1 through 3 yet, but this is a very good read, and it moves pretty quickly in the old reading order. Rare Flavors. This is my Romby book that I'm in love with right now because he's a whiz at indies. This is like such a quirky thing, and it involves food and crazy stuff. All right, last two.
Anthony Bourdain fans.
Anthony Bourdain. Here you go. Scott Point, Anthony Bourdain. He's a good man. SIKTC with that banger last page. No spoilers for those who've seen it already. This guy choking on his
Like, if you're complaining about how this book is really too slow, I think you're going to continue to complain about this one. Because it is true, like, you read the book and it's like, man, it's already over. I don't feel like a whole lot of things happened,
Which one?
It goes by so... And Something is Killing the Children. This run, I read it, and it's like, man, it goes by so fast, and it's like, you gotta... It does feel like, you want things to be more fast-paced, but I still enjoy the build-up and the tensions that's being built here.
Yeah. It's a fast read for me, and because I know both of us anticipate that book every month, and it's like, oh man, over already. That's why it's such a good read in the trade and in that collected edition that we both have. Love it. Do you think the series will
they'll
end?
never run out of children? Yeah, and they've built a whole lore to this. A whole there's a whole lore to this thing that they can continue to build upon. They could do all kinds of things.
There's so much we haven't even found out. Much about the House of Slaughter and the other houses. There's so much. What's up there, Alfred? There's so much to be explored as you're talking about.
Blowtorch pushed till November 1st. Okay. And we got Mojo 88 in the house.
So they're organizing their comics. Oh, my God. Yeah, I feel you. I did that a few months ago. That's a job right there. That's a job and a half. A job and 3/4.
I was thinking that I need to pull my short boxes out because the organization's not where it needs to be right now. So, yeah, I need to do it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's so much easier. It's so much easier to put away my books now that I've got them in some kind of order. I'll know when I need a new box, and I'll know where everything is. It's just made my life so much easier, and I crave organization. Final book, man, in this ginormous haul that cost me like more than I even want to talk about, is Gone. From Jock. This is from the distillery universe, I should say, from that publisher. That Devil's Cut that we loved a few weeks ago. So man, that is my massive. I hope so too. I mean,
It's crazy. We're talking about the death of comics, but we have new publishers popping up. You know, it's weird.
About
They
that.
go wrong.
I don't think it's going to be so much of the death as a transition. You know, I don't think it's just going to be like gone, you know, unless the fascist regime outlaws comic books, which I hope they don't, but that's another story. Any hoozle. But you never know. Anyway, let's get to the reviews this week, if you don't mind. And I hope you don't.
It'd be weird if I did.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Only one book this week. Okay. It was one hell of a week. I didn't get to read a lot, but damn, I found one that just kind of knocked my socks off. And this is it. This is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Oh my God. This is just the craziest fucking thing. You would think in a small town where everyone knows each other, everything is beautiful. People are living in this false sense of security. Everyone says hello to each other as they walk down the street. And in this particular book, it presents that story with these anamorphic characters. And I think there must be a reason behind that, but I'll get to that later, because they have pets. It's interesting when the anamorphic characters have pets, and it's like, okay, here's a bear walking down the street, you know, saying hi to this lion who has a dog, and they treat the animals, you know, like animals, like pets, and the people are just people walking around with these, you know, different, you know, bodies of animals. So I guess there's be some kind of message there, but I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm loving it. So basically there's this hardware store owner, who's the teddy bear person, who everyone loves in town, you know, and they get deliveries and they take care of their customers, and you know everyone is just so cool. It's just like Mayberry on steroids is this book. But there is a deep, dark secret with this hardware store owner, and she has been doing serial killers. She has been a serial killer and has been, you know, killing folks for nearly 2 decades. But the thing that she does is she leaves town and she goes to the big city where she knows people will not be missed. And that's the dark side of this story. And the way it builds, I'm so glad I didn't know anything about it. I wish I didn't have to say this much about it. I love people just discover it as they read it. This is something you need to read panel by panel and just take it in, because when it takes the dark turn, it's like it falls off a cliff. You know, it's like, oh, it's kind of lull you to sleep with all this small town, you know, camaraderie and stuff. And then it just gets real and it gets ugly, and I'm completely here for it. Yeah, this is this is crazy, man. I can't recommend this enough. I don't know if anybody else has put this on their radar. I've tried to watch other people's reviews until after I review my thing. So yeah, I love this so much. I mentioned that I love this. Yeah, this is an awesome book, y'all. I mean, the artist and writer is Patrick Horvath. He wrote and drew this thing, and it looks like a children's book on the inside. And as y'all saw, and man, get this yesterday if you like some good writing. I can't wait to see where it's going. So, man, it's something.
Publisher? Who's the publisher?
IDW. IDW who's going to, who's allegedly heading toward not publishing anything but licensed products very soon, right? So, but here they are coming out with all this great content.
To be delayed or something? Yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah.
I don't know. I just, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I guess it's just the hammer will fall at some point. They're still putting out content, maybe until they run out of money. I don't know, but it's at this point they got a lot of good content in addition to their licensed stuff, you know. So, what's this? Joey T. Raccoon? Joey Rocket J. Squirrel? What's happening? Came back and you're at 1,000. Hey. Oh, yeah, I remember that. God, I remember that whole thing when that happened. I had like about 18 subs. And Deadwing Dork, who does this content where they go over YouTube content and find odd stuff, which you're bound to find on YouTube. And he says, man, this guy, he's putting out a lot of content. You should have more subs. And a whole bunch of their followers or their subs subbed to my channel, and it put me over 100 overnight because I like over 100 subs in one night. I woke up like, that can't be right. I only had 18 yesterday. Yeah, so I had 100 right away. It was a big hump to get over, when you're first starting out.
Yeah,
so.
it is. Hell yes, it is. Well, shout out to Deadwing Dork, man. That's
absolutely. I got respect, mad respect for you. All right, so next week.
Gabriel saying bye.
Oh.
Bye, Gabriel.
Okay, we barely knew you. I'll say next week we're having Detective Comics coming out again. I must have been really behind picking that book up because it's coming out next week. I was probably like 2 weeks behind picking it up. That's why I was so late getting it. What else? Venom, whatever, Venom. Doc Strange, Ultimate Universe. Well, I guess the Ultimate Universe is being relaunched again. Some folks might be excited about that with Miller and Hitch, I guess, at the wheel. I do like Miller's writing.
What is that universe?
That's where they really got the Avengers. The MCU Avengers are based on the Ultimate Universe, pretty much, like the Cap. Yeah, so that's I guess they're hey, let's give it one more try. But what I want to really look at right now is Spider-Boy. So Spider-Boy, number one. What do you know about Spider-Boy? Have you read any of Spider-Boy's books? Or do you own any of those? No?
I don't own a single book. I passed on that hype.
Well, this is the Dan Slott, formerly Spider-Man title, now in true Marvel fashion, canceled and relaunched as Spider-Boy. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a different story. Forget that. It is Dan Slott writing, but it's not the one that's being Superior Spider-Man is the one that he's relaunching under that title. This is Spider-Boy is his own thing because he was just this phenom, as we all know, and we'll see if it has legs. It might, it might not. So 1 for 100 almost.
Is he an actual little boy?
Yeah, but the question is,
little boy though,
where did he come from? That's the question. Allegedly, he knows Miles and a lot of these guys. Dude, I don't know, man. You got him under the microscope? got him in the interrogation room. How old are you, son?
Is he like a 10-year-old that we're dealing with? Is that what makes him a boy? I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm not sure. Because there's been very little. He's made a few appearances, but he has not given a lot of stuff about his true background yet. So, or his personal background, I should say.
About him.
I know. This is 1 for 50. Oh my God! Here's the second printing, which is already solicited. You know who's doing that?
That's nice.
Yeah, this is. I hope I ordered that one already. I may have. I hope I did.
DNA or it's
no, that's
Tyler Christopher. Yeah,
you got it. WTC, World Trade Center. Oh, sorry, JTC. John Tyler Christopher, William Tyler Christopher. I'm just making up stuff now. Inyuk Lee has a variant. It's pretty cool. I love the sneakers. If you don't like spider characters in sneakers, this is not the book for you, because they've got them.
Nice cover. That's a nice cover.
The J.N. Soletto. Oh God, this must be an exclusive. Does it say exclusive there? It's exclusive. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy because it's a Spider-Boy and it's a bubble blowing cover, which is a whole special thing. Yeah. This is gonna be off the chain here.
Yeah, people collect that.
Blowing
covers.
The bubble blowing covers is a thing, and it's the old.
Do you have anything like that you collect?
a specific, kink, if you will, or
like just a
niche.
quirk. I think
a
I
quirk.
want to add. I want to give myself a quirk. Like some people add bondage ones. I don't
I've heard that.
of them, but
Yeah. There's a lot of bondage covers I didn't get was the thing either. Like, so I said, why is that a big deal? Because it's bondage cover. Is that special? You have so much to learn, my son. So apparently, a lot of people love that.
maybe I'll go with covers with incredibly beautiful women.
There you go. That's definitely you. This is Scotty Young. I think Scotty has gone completely exclusive now on his website. I don't think there are any more Scotty Young covers, in open buy or open order. Which right on, Scotty. It's good work if you can get it. That's right. Did I show Tyler Kirkham already? I don't think I did. Tyler Kirkham has this, and of course, a Virgin variant also. This is kind of cool.
Never seen the Tyler Kirkham cover I didn't like.
I know, it's hard to see it, isn't it? It's hard not to like him, I should say. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of them. No, okay, here's another. I think this is.
You gonna get you a blank? I'd like to see
if they have one. I don't know
I'd like to see a Lorenzo. No, there's
if
blanks
they-
up there. Get you a blank. I'd like to see a Lorenzo Spider Boy cover for sale on the Alternative City shop. That would be dope.
Well, I'll
Crowd, audience,
make
if
it
you're
happen.
with me, let them know in the chat. Would you like to see a Spider Boy Lorenzo sketch cover on the Alternative City shop? Let them know in the chat.
Appreciate you. This is a Vecchio cover, and for a while I was misspeaking about one of my favorite artists, Luana Vecchio. I thought she was doing Marvel stuff, but it turns out there's a Luciano. I think there's Luciano Vecchio. If I'm messing his name up, there's a male Vecchio who's doing work. Like that's the only person who named Vecchio, but I thought it was Luana from Lovesick, but it's not. This is another person, and this is homage, of course, to Spider-Man #1. So there you have it. Spider-Boy, pick him up. He will be coming out next week.
That'd be a pass. That'd be a pass for me.
Well, God bless. All right, what else we got here? The Sacrificers #4. I've talked about that a lot. That's about these people that sacrifice their children so they can have a better world. No one is above the law. I've been loving that too. And let's take a closer look at this Superman, the Return of Superman here. Return of Superman 30th anniversary special. I guess they felt the need to revisit that heavily printed run of Superman, so they're going to do it. And this is a $9.99 80-page giant here. So with
This is when he came back after he died, right?
yes, exactly. Way back then, it's been 30 years. How time flies, huh? 30 years since they killed Superman, and he came
I
back.
was just looking at I have a trade from 1993 that I got when they came out. And I was just looking at that yesterday I love the art at the scene at the end. You got Lois there crying. I was like, I love this art, man. It's great. It's classic.
Yeah, I mean, when it happened, it was groundbreaking because no major character had ever been killed in a major comic book before, and the whole splash page on every page thing with the battle to the death with Doomsday and the tearful Lois holding his body at the end. It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rue's down for the Spidey characters. Yeah, I think they did do the origin. I haven't read it yet. Maybe they did do his origin. That was in one of the other Spider books. I think I pulled it only for the cover, but I'm going to get that book out and read up on him and see what's going on with it. 80s guy, what's up, my friend?
What up, 80s guy? We got to start over. Okay, back on.
Do
back to
over.
the top.
Oh, that was another thing with the whole softball thing. It was Halloween, so it was having like these special rules because of Halloween. It was like a Halloween tournament, and one of them was do over. So each team got 2 do-overs per game that you had to use by the 6th inning. And if something happened you didn't like, either to you or the other team, like they hit a home run off of you, you could call a do-over. And if you did something that you messed up on, you could call a do-over. So it was kind of crazy with that, but it was fun.
I would be mad if somebody did call a do-over on.
They did that shit. They did that shit on a couple of big hits and a couple of double plays, and people were not happy about it. You know?
Oh, man.
And there was this one opportunity where it is called the equalizer, where you could pull everyone off the field, and your best hitter could come up to bat and have someone pitch to him. And if he hits a home run, if you're behind, all of a sudden you're tied. So we had our guy.
Wow.
We had our guy who was dressed as Spider-Man, this 20-year-old like phenom out there who was just balling out in a Spider-Man suit. he hit a home run, and we were like down 19-7. All of a sudden we were tied at 19. So that was like a huge moment. That was a lot of fun.
Hero.
I know, right? And we still lost, by the way, but it was all fun. All right, so what do we got here? Return of Superman, and we're going to get back to new comics. Oh yeah, this one here. Blood. What is this? Blood Commandment? Yes, that's what I think it is. That is from the guy that I was talking about. Simon. I hope I don't mess his name up. Simon Kudransky. Simon. Is the S silent or is the Z silent? Simon Kudransky. And this dude is a phenomenal artist. He did Something Epic, that series where he did everything, including every cover and all the art, and he even wrote it like he's doing here. So this dude is phenomenal. And this one's a bit of a darker story. I think Something Epic was it's more about the kid and his hope of being an artist. And this is a completely different thing about a supernatural presence, and it looks like he's taking it, to that scary side for Halloween. So I'll probably check this out. He did a couple. Every cover is done by him. Yeah, he's a phenomenal artist.
Oh, what is that homage? Is that Lost Boys? Yeah, I think it's Lost Boys.
Oh, this one here?
That's Lost Boys, right? Yeah.
Sure looks like it, yeah.
Isn't it?
I think so. The Lost Boys. Yeah, I think that would be it. But I'm not an expert on that kind of thing by any stretch. So anybody out there, correct me, please. Yeah, this is
Yeah, that's Lost Boys.
Yeah, and the rest of them are. This one is just like a blank sketch cover too, with the blood on it and everything. Okay, all right. So that's a demon head cover. Yeah, this one's very dark. Yeah, so it's just something y'all might want to look into. All right, what else we got
For the spooky season?
What's that?
I said for the spooky season, it's Halloween, baby, coming up.
You got it. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, let's take a closer look at Canary Number One. Canary Number One by Scott Snyder and Dan Panosian, 2 excellent creators who can both draw and write. Man, this is... Yeah, and this is in 1891 a mine collapse into itself. What was the dark substance found 666 feet underground? Blending modern horror, historical fact, and Western lore, Scott Snyder and Dan Panosian have created a uniquely terrifying thriller with Canary. I hope I pre-ordered this. They probably are. It's a 56-page, $4.99 comic. So that's, of course, they're both doing covers too. The Panosian B. It's so great to be talented and have talented friends who can help you out and stuff. Isn't that great? Hey, let's do a thing together. I'll do some pages, you some pages. You do a cover, I'll do a cover. I'll write some, you write some. Oh, yeah, this is a B.
H.G. Squeeze with another book for you. H.G. Squeezy.
It's easy for you to say. And this is the Dan Panosian C cover. Never a Micro Wars book available. No, actually, I got the Micro Wars. Whenever I get back to doing finishing up my reviews, Micro Wars is going to be first, and I got the first 5 of those already. So yeah, you can send it, but I'm going to do those. You know, the other one's going to be I could just include it with the review, I guess. But I'm probably hopefully we'll get that done before I get this one, because I'm really behind on those. So I'm not really doing the review show as it was before, but only for those folks who sent books in for me already. So yeah. All right, this one, the Canary. Oh my God, this one is pretty awesome here. This is the Panosian D. How about that?
With a finger as a cigar, that's nasty.
Well, that was the face you saw in the mirror every day. Nice.
That's nasty. Smoking a finger.
Smoking a finger. Smoking, baby. All right. So, all right. I mean, horror in the Old West.
No.
I think I'm going to be down for that. I think it will absolutely pick up the Canary, or Canary, I should say.
Got a mass shooting in Maine.
Jesus Christ.
16 killed. At least 16. NBC says 22 killed.
Jesus Christ.
Motherfucker, man.
Oh, that sucks. What else we got here? Siren's Gate. I never finished Siren's Gate. The Nasty. I like The Nasty. That's a good thing I'm reading every week. Masters of the Universe. Yada, yada, yada. Buffy the Umpire Slayer. Here we go. Red Light. Red Light number 1. Let's take a gander at that. A futuristic erotic thriller. And this is, I think, not the same team, but it's in the same mode as the same mindset as Hit Me, because it's written by Priscilla Petrades, who wrote Chariot, which is another book that I missed out on that I heard was very good, and Hit Me. And it's got covers by Jeff DeCall, which I used to also call Jeff Deckel, and I apologize for that. So this is Red Light is something that I hope I also ordered, because it's a very adult kind of a thing. It involves sex workers again, so I think this is AI sex workers in this case. So
It's a slick
right
cover.
on. It is. That's Jeff DeCall, I want to say, on the main cover. Yep, main cover. And Frank Cho, I believe, is doing the B. Looks like the Frank Cho style. He has his women, they're all thick. Yeah, definitely a Frank Cho. Or, yeah. The Frank Cho. What else we got here? We got a Ferguson and Petrades erotic film homage cover to some. Is this from The Devil and Miss Jones, or Deep Throat, or Behind the Green Door? Probably one of those classic, movies that pioneered the way for all the smut that we watch now. So respect to all the pioneers that came before, who paved the way for the smut dealers we have now. Did I mention smut? And of course, then there's the LCSD 23 polybag sexy cover, which is too sexy to be shown here, because they're probably doing it. Yeah, well, you can't see what's happening right there. So there you go. This is something you might want to look out for.
They're doing it nasty.
Doing it well. All right, so
I represent Queen. She was raised out in the green.
exactly. You feeling me? All right, The Sickness. The Sickness may be out already. Is there Sickness? I think The Sickness may already be out, but it's not. It's coming out next week. Almost Dead. That's one that I'd set aside to check out. This one, after having an accident on her way home to visit her family, Sarah Walker awakens to find that the world has changed. Now she must travel to the eastern seaboard using suppressed survival skills she learned as a child in hopes of reuniting with her loved ones in the midst of a viral pandemic that has turned humans into monsters. Set in modern day 2005, Sarah unites with an old acquaintance and new friends along the way, and her struggle to survive would be both an unexpected and exciting journey and an absolute horror. So good times. It looks like it's a zombie apocalypse too. This is from the Blaze Comics. The virus is just like, this got a blank cover. I'm going to be able to find a lot of blank covers in the future. It's written by Galaxy and drawn by Ryan Benjamin. So, Almost Dead. Be there. Aloha. What else we got? What else? There's an unnatural order of things here. This is coming from Vault, looks like.
Yeah, the Comic Curing Cancer cover was an Unnatural Order #1 cover.
Really?
So that was cool. Yeah.
Well, how'd they get that copy? Is it out already? Is this another one of those mistakes where this thing has been out for a while?
Matt Wilson had an exclusive cover for it, and he did Comics Curing Cancer with his exclusive cover.
Ah, I see.
I wonder if it's on this list. Is it on this list? Nope, it's not on this list.
There's some nice covers on here, though.
Please explain in detail. They're having sex, 80s guy. They were having sex.
Exactly. They should just say, rather than say sex, because they couldn't say the word sex on TV and shit like that. Well, No, I don't know. What the hell are you talking about? There's a 1 in 10 Maria Wolf variant. I love Maria Wolf's. Maria Wolf? I love Maria Wolf's work. Wolf's work.
Easy for you.
Yeah, sometimes. This guy's got the autopsy scar. So he's got the autopsy scar and he's back from the dead. And, yeah. So, okay. Chris Yost, creator of X-23 and writer of hundreds of X-Men issues and films and shows like Thor, Ragnarok, and the Mandalorian, returns to comic books with Val Rodriguez to weave together dark fantasy and action-packed sci-fi in unnatural order. I know work is work, man, but, I don't know if I would mention Ragnarok to some folks because they tend to block you out when you do that. But I'm still going to find this and buy this. Notwithstanding, I'm sure the man was a good writer, but who knows what happens to that stuff when it gets all, mucked up with the suits, and maybe stuff got canceled and he had no control over it or something. So I won't blame him for Ragnarok. No one's to blame, or everyone's to blame. All right, there was one more I want to look at too. Natural Order. I'll show a couple more. Murder by Mail is that Brad Ray thing. We talked about that last week. It hasn't come out yet. That's the double feature that's going to be reprinting the original 1 and 2. Alice Cooper. The Alice Cooper book. I peeked inside of it, and it's like it opens up in hell, and it's like Prince and Elvis and all the musicians are down in hell, and the devil's like got a captive audience, and he's like, and Prince is like, you really can't call yourself a performer until you're done in front of everyone, so the devil decides to go to earth and like be a performer. So that was the whole premise of that whole thing. Sainted Love, I have not read #1 of that yet, but I would love to hear some feedback on that, because that was one of the penultimate books.
Penultimate?
Exactly. This is one I want to look at too. The Offspring. Let the Bad Times Roll. If I'm not mistaken, this is the offspring of rock and roll fame. Not fame, but there was that one-time hit. You gotta keep them separated. Dun, 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 dun. Is that the Offspring? Or is that somebody else that I'm thinking of? I don't know.
It could be.
Quit
Yeah,
smoking.
you are correct.
Oh,
yes,
hey!
Wow! Well done.
Ding, ding, ding,
You
ding,
were
ding.
correct. Come out and play. Keep them separated.
My mind is filled with useless junk. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so apparently they have a book now. Day of the Dead slasher adventure set to the rollicking rock and roll of punk royalty. Would they really be called royalty, though? I guess they might be. I don't know. I don't know who the hell is royalty in punk. You know, they say they are. They are. Writer Josh Trujillo and Trujillo. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Trujillo. Yes, Josh Trujillo and Gary Gastoni. So, good luck with that, boys. I won't be buying that, but as you were, Tear Collector still hasn't come out yet. Still waiting to come out. Haunting in Mars still hasn't come out yet. Count Dante, I don't think it's that. Oh, God, Count Dante, man. I love me some Count Dante. It's been very good so far. This Midnight Western Theater, not come out yet. This is one of those things that's been like, well, one of these days it's going to be out, but not just yet. So I guess that brings us down to that magic time, I guess. Are you ready, folks? Are you asleep? Is everyone out there? Is it time yet? I think it's time for the penultimate book. And so let's get ready for that. It is time for the penultimate book. And that book this week, folks, is The Space Between.
Isn't that a Dave Matthews Band song?
Aboard the interstellar ark known as the Dodana, the populations of workers live in strictly separated social castes during their journey that will take multiple generations to complete. But everything changes when a pilot from the upper tier named Revla falls to the lower levels and meets Les, and they must risk everything for not just themselves, but for all aboard the Dodora. Each issue of the limited series features a new pair of protagonists and a new generation of humanity in a sci-fi epic of love, survival, and liberation from Hugo and Eisner Award-nominated and New York Times best-selling writer Corinna Bechko, The Expanse, Green Lantern, Earth One, and acclaimed comics artist Danny Luckert, Ghost Lore, and the Red Mother.
It's interesting that you would say that that's a Dave Matthews song. Hey, because if you put that into the internet, and so much of the space between comes up. The space between us, variations of that in different forms of different things. There's some other books called The Space Between. It's a completely different thing. And there's a Space Between Us book, which is a completely different thing. And also I found this, which I can run this real quick. There's this, if you put in the spacebetween.com and you go there, you get this, which is like a sci-fi book, but it's written by a different person. And it was like a vlog, or an ongoing webcomic kind of a thing. And the person abandoned it a few years ago. So I'm wondering if this is what that was based on, if this person sold the rights to, I think IDW who was doing this, or if, I don't know. But
Boom. It was Boom.
It was Boom. Okay, Boom was doing it. Thank you. Because it's a completely different team that's doing this right here. You can see it's Corinna Bechko and Danny Luckert, and those are not the creators of the one I just showed you. So I'm curious. They're both very, very similar. They're both about the spaceship and space travel. Yeah, and that whole concept of like generations long trip. Who signs up for that? I mean, there would be people who would be born and die on that trip and not, and not see land, so to speak, not see terra firma, if you will. There's a 1 for 25 David Mack. David Mack is making that good exclusive cover money now. I hope it's good because he's doing great work for it. It's got a definite style. This thing will load. Thank you very much. So yeah, the space between, I'm hopeful for it because it is from Boom. So that means it'll probably come out on time, or at least close to time. Boom and Image are pretty good with putting their books out. But, you just never know. You never know, man. All right. So, after that, how can you top that? I guess you can't. The final book is Haunted House, a love story. And this one, love with its architect and sole occupant, but soon the architect falls for someone else, and the house seeks revenge. I mean, the house is like, you're cheating on me. This is something that it sounds like it could be pretty interesting too, but it might still be here next week when I check back, because you know how these indie books are. They may or may not. Dave reminds you of Dave Matthews. Yeah, that other. Yeah. Space between us. And I agree, Adrian. Man, that's the greatest intro theme ever, and I owe that all to the Jordan Bulls. Shout out. It was a golden time.
Jordan was at some.
Oh God,
He was at some restaurant and they played that music.
No, they didn't.
For him, and the whole place lit up.
No, they didn't. Yeah. That's hilarious. And that man usually travels with an entourage. He keeps everyone away from him. So I was surprised that he went along with it. He likes to keep his space. I remember once, my only Jordan story I have is I used to work at a gym. This really posh gym on the Gold Coast in Chicago. You know what that is if you live in Chicago. And one of the most expensive neighborhoods. Really sweet health club too. And NBA players and all sort of sports guys are coming there all the time. And it just so happened that Jordan was coming in that day. And I was like, holy shit, Michael Jordan is coming in, and he doesn't make appearances, and the word leaked out that everyone knew it. And I just happened to have some cards that I was bringing to show one of my coworkers. I had like a card of him and Wilt Chamberlain on hand. I said, I'm gonna get Jordan to sign this card, So I'm standing at the service desk because he goes by. I'm like, the service desk is like this side, and on the other side there's like a yoga studio or like a aerobic studio, full of women in leotards. So MJ walks past, right? MJ doesn't even look my way. He's like looking at the women in leotards, of course, as any man would, So he's coming by like he's a tall, like fucking like a gazelle dude too. And I said, maybe I'll catch him on the way out, He was with Tim Grover, his longtime trainer, and who has a great career himself now because, hey, I trained Michael Jordan, so, pay me. And Tim was like, I had my card in one hand and the pen in the other hand. I was trying to get his attention like this, and Tim was waving like, how you doing? And he saw what I had in my hand, like, no, don't fuck with Mr. Jordan. He doesn't do that. You don't sign anything unless it's like for like $1 zillion, So I was like, okay, well, thanks for stopping by. And it's so funny because a lot of people like Charles, I know if I didn't try, I would never forgive myself, But but I knew that MJ he likes his space. I can imagine because everybody wants a piece of you, when you're that big, and it's like, yeah, just keep the motherfuckers back, okay? Let's give a brother some space, Now, by contrast, Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns came like a few weeks later. They signed everything. They signed you got a towel? I'll sign your towel. Here you go. Here's your towel. They signed a wall. We have like a wall of autographs there of all famous people and stuff. But it just depends on who you are, So, any hoozle. Yeah. That's all. I'm done for this week.
To be fair to Jordan, not nearly as many people were asking the Suns as they were asking. Less people were asking the entire Phoenix Suns team than they were asking Jordan.
I'm sure.
We combine everybody.
I'm sure. This was before? Oh, this was maybe after the big three-peat where they knocked out the Suns with that third game. That sixth game where John Paxson made the giant shot. Anyway, I'm going down there. I'm going down memory lane with sports. That's not what we came here for. This is not why you tuned in. So, anyway, we're all done, and I got nothing else. And thank everyone for stopping by. The list is so long. Rude, Adrian, Phil, 80s guy, James Lang. Who else, son? You got a better memory than I do. Staple Spine was here. Jack Rudo.
We had Joey T. Raccoon, one of the old homies, come back through. H.G. Squeezy was in the hizzy.
Hooked on
Gabriel
judo. Yeah, Gabriel said bye. Gabriel said bye. Okay.
Alfred's Page has Blowtorch coming November 1st. We got your other son, Scotty Vaughn, was in the hizzy.
Scotty Vaughn. I could have forget him.
And Trev, the shipping guru. Thanks for coming through, my dude.
Yes, Trev. God, man. Jose, of course. Jose, man, oh man. I mean, Peter Regalia, man. All you guys, all you folks. We love you all, and thanks for stopping by. And we'll be back again next week, God willing, at the same time on Wednesday for this beautiful day where we celebrate comic books and we spend money and have fun. So it's all good.
Go Chiefs.
You can't beat that. Go Chiefs. Oh, go Chiefs, man. They Chiefs, man. They got away with another one. They're winning. They're doing great. One of these days, I'll root for a real football team, but not yet. For now. What's that?
Come to the dark side.
Oh yeah, I know. But I watch everyone else, but I still root for my boys, even though they have a shit organization. Oh well, but they're gonna be on Sunday Night Football, so the whole world can see how bad they are this week. So that'd be wonderful. All right, so until then, God bless, and we'll be seeing you folks next week. And thanks again. Peace out.
We love you, Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!